about the weekend?
No, I thought, we thought the energy at Friday night was great. Our student body was great. Um, Everybody that put on the game at the X was fantastic. And I think they were entertained with a pretty good hockey game. And Saturday night, I thought we played as structured a game as we've played all year, and came down a power play goal and a miscue on a 2-on-1. But other than that, I thought we had a pretty good weekend. But now we got to go back to work and get ready for this week.
After the good performance, what do you just touch on a little bit? What do you stress this week to not overlook Linden? Was there so many emotions last weekend?
Yeah. Well, I think it's just part of what we do, who we are. You got to make sure that you're in the moment, and we're preparing well for very good, hard to play against Lindenwood team. They're big, they're strong, they don't give you much room. So we've got to be ready to go. I thought our first day of practice here was pretty spirited. We got after it pretty good today. Last week is behind us, and we got to look forward to getting ready for Lindenwood.
Hear a lot of the guys talk about attention to detail. What are some things that entail that? I think as far as attention to detail, is stuff that's stressed in practice, overall game, one-on-one battles.
Yeah, I think the details of the game are really what matters at the end, and positional play, stick positioning, face-offs, understanding assignments, putting pucks behind their defensemen, making sure you're not forcing the puck, staying focused on what we're doing, and what our game plan is. Those are the details that make the difference at the end of the night. Oftentimes players and teams and fans want the big play, but the big play doesn't happen if the little details aren't taken care of. And that's what we stress every day in practice. Those are the things that we work on. Net front battles, making sure we're boxing out defensively in the shot lane. All those things are little details that really matter at the end of the night.
What's been the biggest, compared to last year, just from the outside looking in, it seems like the one-on-one battles through 4 games have just been great.
Yeah.
What are some things that you can comment about that? You touched on a little bit.
Well, I think, I never want to compare, right? But if we're doing that for the purposes of that question, we had 12 freshmen inexperienced last year, and now you have them back with a full spring and summer of workouts. And as I've said before, it's amazing to me the transition that freshmen to sophomores have in terms of their strength and their body, and just that confidence that comes along with that. So you add that and some of the experience that we've added from our transfer class. You get guys that understand how to battle and position themselves, as I always say, nose over the puck. And so I think that helps you in your overall game as well.
One of those sophomores, Captain Lucas Ballman, talk about what he's meant to the team so far.
Well, he's our captain for a reason. I think everyone saw that this past weekend. When he's moving and doing his thing, everybody feeds off his energy, and he's constantly around the puck, and he's constantly in the play because he's always working, and that's our identity as a team and as a program. And obviously we hope he continues to do that, which it doesn't surprise us that are around him every day, because if you came to practice today, you'd see the same thing that you saw in the games. That's what he does every day.
Got some from Ryan C here. You said on Friday that you took a big step towards getting there, but you're not there yet. Would you echo that after game 2 on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, again, Saturday night, if you look at the big picture and the process, chances were pretty much even. They scored 1 power play goal that I thought we had really good assignments, and it went off our stick right to Snuggerud. And then Snuggerud doesn't need much room on the 2-on-1. We were tracking back pretty good. So in terms of the process, I think we're getting much, much better and more consistent, which is a big step. And that's why I said that on Friday. I have confidence that we're getting better and we're getting closer because of that consistency in our effort and our details and really our overall game and the way we prepare and things like that. Are we there yet? No, because we have to make sure that those translate to outcomes. And until they do, we're going to continue to work the process until we understand that there's times you got to manage the game a little bit differently. Certainly Friday night, we had opportunities to manage the game a little bit differently. We didn't. Saturday, I thought we managed the game fairly well, and we just didn't finish around the net. A lot to do with their D and not giving us second chances and their goaltending playing well, the goaltender playing well. So we are getting closer, and we'll continue to strive for that.
Yeah, and then Cybele goes on Saturday, making his Tommy debut, stops 22-24. That's what we can all see on the outside. From a coach's point of view, how do you think he played?
Yeah, I thought we thought as a staff he was tracking the puck really well. When you don't practice in a certain building, it's tough. The lighting at Mariucci was, and I thought was pretty dark and some shadows there. So for him to track the puck the way he was, I thought he did a pretty good job. He gave us a chance. It's a 1-0 game with 10 minutes left in the game. So that's all you can ask from your goaltending.
Yeah, last year Trotter played pretty much every game after the first couple weeks of the season. What does it mean for him to have Cybele behind?
Well, I just think, just like anything else, just like any other position, when you're battling every day for ice time and the right to be in the net, makes you a better player because your detail, your focus, your tension, your height, your awareness is heightened, right? And so I think we saw that today in practice, even with not just Trotter, but some of the other guys that weren't in the lineup. There's a different level of focus when you're battling every day, and that can only be healthy for a team. Now you got to manage it right, and you got to hold everybody to the standard and make sure they're not doing things they're not supposed to be doing. But I think it's healthy for all our positions to have competition. Brings the best out in you, and that's ultimately we are in a position to develop our student athletes to become the best version of themselves. So we have to put them in those situations, and competition is the best way.
You already commented on Lindenwood, big, strong, not going to leave you a lot of room. Anything further on the Lions?
We looked at them this morning a little bit, but we'll dive into them this afternoon and get a little bit more detailed on their lineup. I know their goaltender has played extremely well. He's seen a lot of rubber, and I think on the weekend he had something like a 94 save percentage against Ohio State. So, we need to prepare the way we need to do it, and that's what we'll do, and be ready to go on Friday.
Awesome. And then one last one. Do you think you've started to turn some heads after this weekend, or is that just something you don't think about?
I don't think about it. We're turning heads, great. The only people that matter for us are the guys in the locker room and what we do on a day-to-day basis.